Hi and good afternoon. Happy 2021. Today we are going to do a video making the Dana 2.0. It's the one that has pockets here and it's lined. You can put a pocket on the back if you want, So this is the one we're going to do today, all right? And I am going to do the 7x9 size, all right? I've got my stabilizer hooped and I'll do a placement stitch. Okay, it's did my placement line for the bag and for the zipper. Now you're gonna take your zipper face up and tape it centered between the top and the next line right here at the top. We're just gonna center it right there and tape it in place, okay? You want to tape it outside the bag stitch line. Just make sure it's pretty centered. And then you're going to tack it down, okay? Okay, it's tacked down the zipper. So now you're going to turn your bag over or your hoop over. And then you're going to take your lining, okay? And you're going to place it face down and line up the edge right with the bottom of the zipper. Just like that. And you're going to tape it in place, okay? Okay, and then you're going to turn your hoop over. And I just roll this up and then tape it to my hoop so it's out of the way. If your machine is a single needle and you have this to the left, it might be in the way, so you can rotate the design if need be, so it's better accessible to that. Okay, so now I have that taped up like this, and now I'm going to send it and do the tack down to hold the lining. Okay, it tacked down the lining, okay, and it did the placement stitch for the other zipper, for the vertical zipper. All I have is this huge long one, so I'm just going to leave this other end hang off the bottom. I'll cut it later. So you're going to center your zipper right between these evenly and tape your zipper down once again, okay? Once it's taped, you're going to send it back to the machine and have it tack it down. Okay, it's tacked down the vertical zipper, and it also did the placement stitches for your side panels for the front of the bag. So, first of all, your vinyl would go face down, and I line mine up with the zipper, and then it'll fold over like that, okay? And your lining does the same. So I'll turn my hoop over, and I put my lining face down away from the side I'm gonna do, okay? So it goes here. You only need a little overhang at the top, like, 1/4 inch or so, and at the bottom, like that. So I line it up with the zipper edge, okay? And then I'm gonna tape it in place. Okay, and I'm gonna turn it back over. And now I'm going to do the same with my lining, or my vinyl. I'm going to make sure I want it faced the way, if it's got a design, I want my design pointing up. So I'm going to put this right to the edge of my zipper. And I'm going to tape it in place just so it doesn't move during vibration or anything, okay? So I'll put it like this. I'm going to tape it. And then I'm going to tack it down, okay? Be right back. Okay, it's did the tack down. So now we're going to turn it over and we're going to remove our tape. Try to reuse that if I remember. And then we're just going to smooth this over this way, our lining over this way, and tape it down. And look at that, I remembered to reuse my tape. Okay, now I'm going to do the same on the front. So we're going to smooth this over, and we're going to make sure our gap at our zipper's the same all the way down. And I like mine a little smaller. So, and then I'm going to tape it right here at the corner. Okay. I'm going to tape it at this corner. That I think should be good. Then I'm going to tack it down, and it'll tack the lining down at the same time. Okay, it's tacked it down, so now we're going to turn it over, and we're going to do the same thing with the lining here. We're going to put it on the side, we're going to line it up with the zipper, but on the, away from the panel we're going to cover. And you're going to put it face down, and I'm going to move it down like this, right here, face down, tape it in place. Turn it over and do it the same with the lining on the front. Okay, I have my lining, and this is some butterfly from my punk embroidery, and I'm going to put it face down. I just wanted to make sure it was directional. However, even though this is multi-directional, I want it where most of the butterflies are facing up, so I'm going to put it face down like this, line it up with the edge of the zipper, tape it, and do a tack down stitch. Okay, it's tacked it down. We're gonna, drop the hoop, turn it over, and we're gonna lift our tape off and flip our lining over, smooth it there, and tape it down, just like that. Whoops, or not tape it. We're gonna tape it just like that. The same with down here. And then we're going to turn it over, do the same with the front. Okay, we're going to take off our tape. Okay. Back our vinyl. Tape it. And then send it to the machine, tack it down. The next step, it would do a satin stitch here and here, and I'm just trying to decide if I want a satin stitch there. But I guess to show you what it's going to look like, I might as well. But you can skip that and just leave the single stitch around it, you know, the front, because this isn't going to show, nor is the top or bottom. It would just be the zipper edge. Okay, right now I'll do the satin stitch. Okay, it's did the satin stitch, optional satin stitch. Now you're going to remove your tape here and unzip your zipper. And I always tape down my tab. And you might as well cut the zipper off right there because you don't need all that zipper. Okay, that way it's just not there. Okay, and now we're going to do the same thing with the lining, okay? We're going to turn the hoop over, okay? And it might be easier right now to trim your stabilizer right here behind this zipper, okay? Hold, please. I find it's easier to take it out now than it is later. So just go up to your stitch up here. Go across. Don't cut your lining. Okay, and slide it back down. Don't cut your lining. And cut it off. Okay? All right, there we go. All right, so now we cut that, okay? Okay, now it's going to do a placement stitch for your top panel, okay? Okay, it's did a placement, so now you're going to turn your hoop over again. You're going to take your lining, your little piece of lining, you're going to put it face down, and you're just going to put it just above, about a 1/4 inch above the placement stitch, just like that, and tape it in place. Okay. Okay, now over on the front, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take our vinyl and we're going to put it face down. If you want it directional, make sure the directions are going the way you want it. Okay, so when you flip it up, it'll be like that. So I'm going to put it face down. I'm going to put it just above my placement square right here. So I'm going to put it right there. And I'm going to tack it down, and it'll tack the lining down at the same time. Okay, it's tacked it down, so now we're going to turn it over. We're going to take our tape off back here. And we are going, actually, I'm going to remove this piece of tape that might be in the way, and that one, because they came off together. And this side, okay? So, anyway, we removed our tape. Now we're going to press our lining up, okay? Just like that. Let's see if one of these tapes will work. Okay, now we're going to turn it over and do the same with the front, with the vinyl. Okay, so now we're going to take this vinyl and we're going to roll it up the same way. And then we're going to tape it in place, tape it up. Because I don't like it bulky. So I'm going to tape it on the sides here. And I'm going to tape it up here at the top. So it won't try to roll back down. And I'm going to tape it over there. Okay? And now I'm going to tack it down. Okay, it's tacked down that piece of vinyl. So I'm going to take this tape off. Okay? It's over here, and I am going to trim my vinyl. If I was really careful, or if I would have measured exact, I could leave a raw edge right there at my zipper. And the next stitches are a satin stitch, is optional. But because I did satin here, I'm going to do satin there as well. So I'm going to trim this like so. Okay. And then I'm going to turn over and do the same on the back. So same again, I remove that. I'm going to trim my lining to that because the satin stitch will cover the edge of this lining, the raw edge, so it won't fray on you, okay? Okay, as you can see, it did the satin stitch there. I'm going to turn it over. Well, first I'm going to untape this piece of tape I have up there. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to pull my lining down, which also is the back side of the front zipper. So I'm going to pull this down, and I am going to tape it right here and tape it right there. Okay, and then I'm going to put it back down in the machine and tack down that lining. Okay, next are the optional tabs at the top of the purse. I don't want them. I am going to do a side tab of some sort, so I do not want tabs. Otherwise, those would go now. But I'm not doing them, so we are going to skip. And I am going to skip that. I'm going to skip the tack down. And the next is the front fabric. Okay, and or vinyl, whatever you're going to use. So you're going to take your vinyl. If it is directional, make sure you have the top facing top, and it's going to go face down. So let's see, which way do my butterflies go? Yeah, it doesn't matter. So it's going to go face down like this. Make sure you cover all of your square, this top line, all the way to down here, okay? Oh, wait. Hold, please. Open the zipper. Please open the zipper. Okay? Okay, open the zipper. Then put your vinyl down, covering the top, making sure you overhang, ½ inch or so at the bottom, and tack it down. Okay, it tacked it all down. Now you're gonna turn it over. And I trim my stabilizer right here behind my zipper before I put the other lining on, okay? So I just poke my scissors in there. Try to anyway. And then just slide it down just like I did the other one. Okay. Trim that all out. Try not to cut your zipper and or your lining. Yep, like this. There we go. It's all cut out. Everyone's happy. Now we're going to take our other lining, cover the whole design, make sure we're about an inch past the bottom, and tape it in place. And then we'll do the final stitches, okay? Okay. Okay, there we have it. Everything's all stitched. I'll remove the tape and remove it from the hoop. Okay, now I'm going to just quickly remove all this extra stabilizer and zipper there. There. Okay. All right, so now that I have that removed, I like to fold back my lining. Okay, here's my two linings I'm talking about, these two. And then I'll cut this bottom about yay. Okay. And then where the opening is right here, see where the opening is? I like to angle my cut there and this side as well. There we go. And then I'll just trim around the rest of the bag like so. Hey. I can't see where the camera's actually pointing, so. There we go. Okay. Okay, now we are going to turn it right side out through the opening, okay? This vinyl is pretty pliable, so it should be kind of easy. You just want to be careful you don't rip your lining stitches. Just take your time, poke it through. Like so. Push out the corners, both sides. I have a paintbrush I use. Just put it in there and I push out my corners with the paintbrush. There we go. All right. Now you're going to seal this. Fold this in and hand sew it, baste it, glue it, or use tape. I am going to glue it, okay? Hold, please. Okay, so I have that folded under. Okay, now I'm going to take this tape. It's just glue. fabric glue. And I'm just gonna put it inside there. And hold that over, and I have Wonder Clips up here that I'm going to, wonderfully clip. Oops. Glue's trying to escape there. So we'll do it like this. Let it set for a few minutes, and I'll be back after I clean the glue off my hands. Okay, now I'm going to reach in here and take the tape off my zipper tab and unzip my zipper the rest of the way. Okay, then I'm going to turn it right side out from inside the bag, like so. And I'm going to take that tape off that zipper as well. Poke out the corners. Poke out this corner. Turn these corners out. Okay, like so. There we go. There's the back. I didn't put a pocket on the back because it's so big. I wanted to show you that this is my 8 Plus phone. It fits in right there. I still have room in here. I think my wallet I just made to match. Here's my wallet. I think that fits. Oh, wait, fits in as well. Oh wait, I should have put this in, then my wallet. I mean my phone. All right, just like that. There we go. See? And so I need to put tabs on, or carrier on it, because I carry mine like that. So then there's your phone, and the inside of your pocket is lined. See, both sides is nice and lined. The inside of your bag is lined. Okay? All right, thank you.